Wow, the Holy Father slapping away the woman's hand. You can see here as he headed to the center of St. Peter's Square, the Pope yelling at her to let him go. Now, afterward, the Pope was visibly upset.
The Pope is mad. The Pope is a mama. Bay the Pope. The Pope is ticked. Bay the Pope. The Pope is mad. He looked mad like a mama. So I noticed that you want to have sex with Donald Trump. Why is that? I was looking at cars the other day, riding down the road, a bunch of different cars driving the automobiles, and they're all girly cars. I'm like, where are the men cars? These little soft cars, you press a button, the door open. Ain't no zoom, zoom, zoom cars, no manly cars. Drive up to your woman's house and press on the gas, and you hear the pipe go, and your girl know, oh, I'm leaving, Joe is here now. But it's just little quiet cars, mommy cars. You drive up to the house, they don't even know you're there. I have a couple of friends who have those hybrid cars. Those things so quiet, you don't even know the motor is on. Who want a car like that? Beta! Happy New Year, Jason.
Happy New Year.
He black.
Thank you. That he black gets me every time, man.
What type of cereal do you eat?
Fruity Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles?
Fruity Pebbles, yeah.
Like,
or Captain Crunch.
Like a gay person? Thank you, folks. Amazing. I appreciate it. Woo. That's Beta. So Nick was right. The greatest producer on this side of heaven. You either love him or you want to choke him. Yolanda, good morning. And we're Skyping with her this morning. Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it.
Good morning, Jesse. Thank you for having me.
You wrote an essay, What Black Lives Matter Means to Me. What do they mean to you?
We are only 13% of the population. So when you're telling me that 50-some-odd% of police shootings are Black people, and the majority of those are fatal, Black lives definitely matter.
Let me ask this. If the blacks who have been killed, if they were not thugs.
How dare you sit there and call those young men thugs? How do you know they're thugs? And what is the definition exactly of a thug?
The blacks that attacked these police officers last night, and what tells me that they're thugs is their actions. You don't go around attacking police officers. Only thugs would do that. If they were not thugs who were committing crimes in the communities and in some cases resisting arrest, would they be dead today?
Probably so, because they're Black.
So you believe that Black and white cops are killing Black people simply because they're Black?
I certainly do.
Why would Black cops kill Black people because they're Black?
Well, we do have, always had, and still have racism within the Black community.
Are you saying that most white people were going around lynching Black people?
During that time, yes.
That's insane. You don't believe that.
What do you mean that's insane?
You believe that most white people were going around lynching Black people?
During civil rights and before, yes.
Are you married?
I am single.
And you have children?
I do.
Out of wedlock?
Yes, out of wedlock.
Is the father involved, or what's the father involved in his life?
No.
No, why not?
Because he's a bum.
And did you know he was a bum before you laid down with him?
I did not.
You only found out that he was a bum after you got up? You write that a female neighbor called the police on you for loud music. You closed the door on the officer, and
Correct.
The white female officer tackled you, and you called that racism. Explain how is that racism?
How is it not racism when my white neighbor called the police on me, saying that I had my music too loud? When the police officer got there, who happened to be a white female officer, she and I had a conversation. I was trying to explain to her what was going on between myself and the neighbor. She didn't want to hear it. The conversation was over. I closed my door. I was in my house where I paid my rent. And she burst into my door and threw me on the ground in front of my child, in front of my niece and her friend, and took me to jail for a breach of peace.
To me, that sounds right to me.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I hope it happens to you then.
But Yolanda, this is why you people are getting in trouble with the police, because
wait a minute. Who exactly are you people?
You black people who are carrying on like this.
You just as black as I am. I'm sitting here looking at you. You just as black as I am. What makes you exempt?
I don't carry on like that.
I didn't do anything but
yes,
in my
you did.
house.
Closing the door on the police officer is wrong.
The conversation was over.
Disturbing,
what stand there out for a muffin?
Disturbing the peace.
What am I supposed to do?
Yolanda, disturbing the peace is wrong.
I did not disturb the peace.
You did. If you had your music too loud. And you said your son was there while all this was happening?
Yes, he was.
Do you feel?
And the police officer got on the stand and lied. I took the radio to court with me.
Do you feel embarrassed that you, as a mother, acted that way in front of your son by closing the door and carrying on?
No, no, you didn't do anything wrong.
Okay. That's a shame.
It is a shame. It's a shame. And I'm sitting here looking at you, a black man, talking the way that you're talking about our people. But it is a shame.
But that's why I'm speaking the truth. You guys are out of control.
Stop.
You people are morally bankrupt and you're blaming others.
You're out of control, sweetheart. You're the one that's out of control. You're the one that thinks that you are better than the rest of us.
I am better than you guys are acting.
Cher had a daughter named Chastity who now lives as a man named Chaz Bono. She was like, "For what does it profit a man to gain the whole world yet lose his own soul?"
Who said that?
Cher.
What does it profit a daughter to put on a beard and pretend to be a man?
It's a guy, Jesse.
No, that's a fat lesbian.
Let's get closer.
I was calling you because a lot of people, they be talking about this stuff, but I'm not gonna give up on you. I want to save you, Jesse.
Want to save me?
Yeah, I want to save you.
No man can save another man.
Well, I want to at least help you out, and like I say, I like you, but you do a lot of coonism, and I want to save you from the coonism.
How about Tom like a mug? You see? Are you watching right now?
No, I can't watch right now because I'm outside.
I have a new mug, and on the mug it says Tom like a mug. I don't want you to help me to overcome Tom and like a mug.
No,
and I don't want you to. I don't want you to help me overcome cooning. I'm loving it.
Well, listen, you got to stop, Jess.
Why?
You know what I'm saying?
Why does it have to stop?
Because, it's a lot of people that watch you, And
do you listen to church? Do you listen to the church as well?
Oh, I didn't even know you had a church.
It's rebuildingaman.com/church. I think you like that. I do a lot of cooning on the church thing.
You make fun of the black race, the white race, the Asian, you make fun of every race, and that's like you just make fun of the Asian. You go, "Wow."
That's how they do it. So you want rice? So David, when I talk about eating collard greens and candy yams and fried okra and ham hocks and all that, gumbo, is that racist?
You are misguided.
Is that racist first? Is that racist?
No, it would not be racist.
Oh, well, so why when I talk about eating rice, it's racist?
Back in the day, they didn't have anything else to eat but rice. So
And
that became.
why you think like a woman?
Ooh, I don't think like a woman. I'm a man.
But you think like a woman.
No, I.
You have your mother's identity. Do you know that?
No, I do not have my mother's identity.
Yes, you do, because otherwise you would be, oh, you being racist. You attacking the rice. You are racist. You're hurting their feelings.
Sir?
What do you think about my socks?
What?
You see my socks? Can you
Sir,
see
I
them?
don't want to look at your socks.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you want to see these socks.
What?
See,
Sir,
can you see them?
I don't care about your socks, sir.
Why not? Do you see the great white hope on my socks?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that evil man.
I know, but do you see the great white hope on my socks? And then we can talk about Obama.
He is not a great white hope.
Do you see my socks is what I'm asking you, man?
I don't care about your socks, sir.
Why not?
Is this a joke? Are you mocking me?
Men can come together and fully express and step into their feelings and emotion. It's literally just a place where you can put aside everything society tells you need to be.
For men to open up about their emotions.
Vulnerability is a form of power, if you think about it.
For all men at any level to express themselves.
More permission to be able to explore my emotions and to be able to express my emotions.
We say aho, means I'm here with you.
Aho.
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 Aho? Aho? Don't they? I mean, why can't they see and hear that they sound like women? They call themselves a hoe. When a man say he feel like a girl, a hoe. And this one guy came in with his wife, and we all sitting around talking, having fun. So he came over, introduced himself. He had his arms around this woman, and then he said, "I want you to meet the most beautiful, loving wife." I'm like, "Is she here?" How in the world are you going to be a female and let the world know you're a porn star? Meaning that you're a porn slut.
So do you believe in Santa Claus?
Yup. I always clean the chimney at my house, and I leave it wide open so Santa can come down.
Uh-huh. And you believe in the Easter Bunny?
Absolutely. I love hiding and finding eggs.
Uh-huh.
It's the fun of life.
Uh-huh. And
you don't. No wonder your wife left you.
I know. Boring.
It's a photo of Sean Duffy looking like a deep fool, right? Carrying breast milk, titty milk.
Mike Young, Streamlab. Hey Jesse, if you stay up all night to get a Mexican, did you ever get any sleep in between the time?
I stayed up all night to get a Mexican. I stayed up all night to get a Mexican. No.
The regulation was unveiled in August. It gives officials more power to deny visas and green card applications from immigrants who the government determined rely or could rely on certain public benefits.
Isn't that amazing? So, Nick, isn't this such a good idea?
Yeah.
Why are you so nervous?
I'm not nervous.
Nick, are you sweating?
No.
It looks pretty wet on your face.
Nick is a anchor baby, so he getting pretty nervous about this, working with a green card.
What are you talking about? I have my papers.
So you're from Canada, right?
Yes, legal.
So, well, why are you sweating?
I'm not sweating. What are you talking about?
You're sweating.
I'm fine.
You're dripping.
Nick is an anchor baby from Canada.
Why do you have to keep saying
sweating.
that? I don't understand why you gotta keep saying anchor baby.
You're an anchor baby, right?
Yeah. I'm not sweating.
You anchor baby?
I don't understand why you have to keep
You have a
saying that.
green card?
Yes.
I would be sweating too. Look at
The
that.
Boston Public Improvement Commission made it official today. Dudley Square will now become Nubian Square.
Fills me with joy and happiness because I am a Nubian, indigenous Nubian from Sudan.
A coalition of residents and business owners have been pushing for a change for over 5 years. They say this is just a beginning.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Then that man that's so happy about it needs to go back to Nubia.
Katie Reed says,
one of my employees named Dallon, he the one set up this interview. He loved cats. I mean, he'd rather have cats than to have babies.
Really?
Wow.
Do you think that's a beta male quality if someone likes cats?
Yeah. Make that man take you down to the courthouse today on your birthday and marry you.
Make him. I can't make him.
You can make him if you don't sex him.
Probably make him. I don't know.
Yeah, if you don't have sex with him, oh, he'll marry you.
It's because I'm having sex with him that he won't marry me.
No, why marry the cow if you get the milk free? You cannot please a woman. A woman see that as weakness, and you're catering to her ego. And you cannot please an ego. You have to overcome an ego. She'll have you jumping off a bridge, and then she'll get another man after she collect your insurance. Just FYI.
And there's a video of a police officer, a big bald-headed white police officer in Tucson, Arizona, basically pummeling, tackling this little 15-year-old boy with no arms, no legs. And he's a little black boy.
Do you think that could be racist?
Nothing about it.
All right, but what do you think about it?
Wouldn't you rather know what happened to his legs and arms?
Go to Turks and Caicos, Jesse. You never heard of a good black country? Go there.
Go where?
No, Turks and Caicos. You ever heard of that?
You said turkey takeout.
Oh, good Lord.
Did you say go to turkey takeout?
Turks and Caicos.
Back in ancient Greece, if a man cried, it was considered the manliest thing you could do because it was a sincere expression of his feelings.
Where's ancient Greece now?
Ancient Greece, I'm pretty sure, is buried under a whole lot of molten debris.
I rest my case.
I was born from two immigrant parents. I'm Mexican, but I look white. You know, my whole life I grew up being too white to be Mexican, but being too Mexican to be white. And I'm in this weird gray area. And it's crazy because my brother, my real blood brother, he's brown.
Amazing. Yeah. Are you sure the mailman didn't stop by?
Do you think that because people are eating so unhealthy and angry, evil, that there's not stuff that's coming out of their body that could be affecting the world?
Right, but it dropping to the toilet.
That's concentrated evil coming out the back of you.
I don't know. I look around.
My first question is, you said that you don't take responsibility, but you did disband the White House pandemic office, and the officials that were working in that office left this administration abruptly. So what responsibility do you take to that?
Well, I just think it's a nasty question because what we've done is we've saved thousands of lives because of the quick closing. And when you say me, I didn't do it. We have a group of people. I could ask perhaps my administration, but I could perhaps ask Tony about that because I don't know anything about it. I mean, you say we did that. I don't know anything about it.
You don't know about the reorganization that happened at the National Security
It's the administration.
Council.
Perhaps they do that. You know, people let people go. You used to be with a different newspaper than you are now. You know, things like that happen.
But this was an
Please go ahead.
He said, that's a nasty question.
Yeah. Because it is. It's like, that's only a vindictive question. You're not trying to get anywhere. You're not trying to, like, learn anything. You just want to attack.
And she's standing up there looking like a swollen Satan.
Oh, God.
Because a woman's voice sounds like a fire truck after a while. That's what it sounds like after a while to a man. And to the children, and to the cats, and to the dogs, to the flowers, and the trees, and the birds, and the bees, and the paint on the house.
I made some stupid decisions. For instance, I'm 29, and I dated a lady who's 55. And,
what?
You know,
That's grandma.
Exactly.
Yeah, I remember once I got really fat, and I went home to Alabama, and the reporter down there wanted to do an interview, and the headline says, "Hometown boy make it big." And so the next morning when I saw the paper, I was so fat, and I'm like, yeah, they're right. The hometown boy made it big, all right.
Mr. Wormwood with the diamond. Mailman was killed in Shreveport yesterday. Shreveport. Maybe that's the city. Yesterday.
Shreveport?
Shreveport.
Is it Sweetport? How about Sweetport?
I see SHREV.
Sweetport, Louisiana, boy.
Why is there a V?
Sweetport, Louisiana. I don't see it here, but I think it sounds like Sweetport. I'm familiar, but I ain't never heard of no Shreveport. I never heard of an Arkansas, and I never heard of a Shreveport.
These pronunciations
this
are
is
made
Shreveport
to set up black people.
Is it SHREVEPORT?
Yeah, there's a V in there.
It's spelled like that around the world, buddy.
But why is there? That's a setup.
That's white people language.
That's a setup.
That's white people English. Now we're going to have super chats by the name of Shreveport.
That's all for now. Y'all are amazing.
Thank you all the way from Shreveport. Where's that? Is that in Europe or here? What school did you go to?
I think it was affirmative action.
Evidently. Shreveport. I done heard it all. Were you born in Shreveport? Aren't you from Louisiana?
Yeah, I ain't living this one down.
Would you?
I never heard of no Shreveport. Shreveport.
You never heard of Shreveport, Louisiana?
No, that's made up.
No, that's over yonder by Texas somewhere.
Okay, but that spelling is made up.
So you thought Arkansas was made up too?
It's a setup.
Oh, don't let your mama hear this. Your mama gonna bow her head in shame.
Oh,
she put you in a white world, you come out black. Anyway, my biblical question: when the blacks say to me, "You're going against your own people," what do they mean, my own people? What are they saying?
They mean I mean, I've answered this question already.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They mean the degenerate blacks.
They're saying I'm going against them?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I am.
Yeah.
When black people call each other the N-word and monkeys and things like that, are they being racist toward other blacks?
Well, here's the thing. For me personally, I do not believe in using the N-word.
No. I'm asking you, when blacks use that word, are they being racist toward each other?
The reason why they're using the N-word is the reason why being is because it's basically their way of taking back the power that was instilled in them, that they did not have the ability of having that power.
What type of power do they get from using it? But first I want to know, when black people call each other the N-word, are they racist?
No, sir. And
so are you saying that it's only racist when white people call black people that word?
It has a separate connotative meaning.
No. I'm asking you, are you saying that?
Sir, I'm trying to answer your question, but you keep cutting me off.
Are you saying that it's only racist when white people call black people that?
It is racist. And
is it only racist when the white people use it toward blacks? Is that the only time that it's racist?
It is racist when whites use it, or
is
any
that
other
the
race for that
only
matter.
time? Is that the only time it's racist when white people use it?
I'm trying to get my point across. So,
are you saying that it's only racist when white people use the word toward blacks?
It is, along with other races that are not part of that particular black community. Yes.
So you're saying yes, it's only racist when white people use it?
It is, sir.
Amazing. How did you become so blind?
How did I become so blind?
Well, yeah, how did you become so blind that you can't see? What happened to you?
I don't understand what you're referring to.
What happened to you that you can't see? What caused you to go blind?
I'm not blind.
Have you gone to college, or do you go to college?
I have a college degree, yes, sir.
I rest my case. That's what happened.
I went to college, and that's what made me blind? Did you
Yes.
go to college for it?
Yes.
We're building barricades. Go get everything you can find. Go get everything you can find. These are the boys right here. This is the team. There's more stuff that we can put out here. Hey, there's 3 picnic tables up here. There's a couple picnic tables up here. Let's go on. Come on, y'all.
That's all this is about. And you haven't seen nothing yet. So whenever you want to promote evil, rent a black. They would do it for you. What?
Rent a black?
Yeah.
That's a new one.
What?
Rent a black.
Yeah. Rent a black. They'll come. So we have a picture of a drumstick.
Yeah.
Let's see it. That doesn't look like a chicken leg to me.
This is going to be a great interview because you met your match here, Jesse. So this is going to be a great interview. I don't get emotional. I'm going to be very intellectual and heartfelt.
Right on.
So get ready for it, okay?
All right.
I'm a college professor. I believe in allowing my students and to give them a perspective on life.
Right on.
So as a college professor, 12 years now, I'm glad to see you have a perspective. It's totally different than mine. So we can agree to disagree on our perspective.
And I don't know what Beyonce was like before marrying him because I wasn't aware of her at the time. And I noticed that she seemed to become very radical. She did a performance at a Super Bowl game or something like that. And she wore black and she was doing the black power, black power, black power. And she's into the Black Lives Matter thing. What caused her, if it wasn't her husband's influence, what caused her to become so radical?
Her mother and father. That's an easy answer. I didn't even have to hesitate on that.
You mean you and your wife caused her to become so radical?
Yeah, Solange is also radical.
Why would you do that to them?
Do what to them?
Cause them to become so radical, kind of all into the black thing.
Radical is not a negative word. I was a radical at Xerox Corporation where I worked for 10 years. I was president of the black organization at Xerox. So my kids saw their parents. You know, my former wife and my friend, Tina, she was radical. She had the big afro. I went to Fisk University after going to the University of Tennessee. We were very radical. We had
amazing. This whole idea of black power is evil. It's an evil idea because there's no such thing as black power. Black people can live as people, just like normal people, if they want to work hard and have a lot of money and live in certain places, and if they want to support other black businesses or white business or whatever, it's best to go that route because when you go radical like that and promote all this black power and Black Lives Matter and all that crap, all you do is divide the races, just as the blacks accuse the whites of doing with KKK. Why become like what you hate?
In my opinion, we're in a period of structural racism when we look at poverty level of black people, when we look at the education, when we look at housing, when we look at our health and wellness and how we lead in most categories of death, when we look at the justice system and all the things and the number of black men in prison, that we need to unify, not divide. So I want to thank you very much for giving me this opportunity today.
I know you're about to run, but one little back a little thing. If the blacks had families rather than all this black power crap that caused them to feel like victims, if they had families the way you and I did growing up, would they be in jail? Would there be poverty in the manner that it is? Would there be all this stuff happening if they grew up with a decent father and mother?
Well, I can't answer that for you. I know a lot of mothers that do. A lot of black mothers that do an incredible job, and they live with their own without a father in the home. I know.
Where are they?
I know a lot of dads also. So it's a different age, a different era. Again, thank you for the opportunity. Bye.
Are you about to run? He ran. He ran. Oh my God. That was Beyonce's daddy. Matthew Knowles ran from Jesse Lee Peterson. Beta! Isn't that amazing? He pretended to be all sober-minded and dealing with it and welcome different of opinion. But Matthew Knowles, the father of music superstar Beyonce, and his other daughter's name is Solange, right? Solange. Brian from CNN is crying over the coronavirus, saying, it's okay to not be okay right now.
It's okay to not be okay right now. That's the main thing I want to say to everyone watching. All of us are grieving, whether we sense it or not. It was that mix of emotions that many of you also feel. And that's when the tears came. We don't talk about this on TV much. I think we should change that. I think we should talk about this. The emotions are real for everybody. They're a big part of the story. But let's be honest about our emotions, talk through it, and recognize it's okay to not be okay.
Wow. Just wow. That's so beta. It's like throw up beta. Brian Stelter is a throw up from CNN or throw up beta. I don't even, that's so ridiculous. It just makes me sick.
The question of what can I do is on so many white people's minds. The first one is to remove from your vocabulary the following claim: I'm not racist. The second task is to spend the rest of your life grappling with the question of what it means to be white.
Shut up. Now that is Satan in full force. That's an evil, nasty, dirty woman. That's an evil woman. And she tried to sound so humble and sweet, but it's pure evil. Robert DiAngelo, you are the winner, first winner in White History Month to receive the Satan Award. You are evil to the core.
No matter what may come my way, my life is in your hand. You don't have to worry.
That's so emotional music.
They don't last always.
Jacob, boy.
Boy, there's a friend named Jesus.
I'm sure those black people standing there thinking, what the? All fake, not real. Mind blowing. And that music, you don't have to worry. God is in your head. Oh, what the? That's the world for you. Nothing real in the world. Amazing stuff. I want you to look at an educated woman. This is a photo of New York's Mayor Bill de Blasio's daughter before she went to college. This is what she looked like before she went. Mayor de Blasio's daughter That's what she looked like before she went to college. This is what she looked like when she returned home after college. Looked like she went to hell and came back. That's after college. Once again, this is Mayor de Blasio's daughter before college, and this is her after college.
He resisted arrest.
Amazing.
Saying, "Oh, I'm what is that when you can't take small spaces?"
Hands up, I can't speak. They did the same kind of thing when that boy, the fat boy that fought with the cop.
Oh yeah, they called this guy a gentle giant too.
Yeah.
They called George Floyd a gentle giant, Michael Brown.
How
and
come
Eric
all
Garner.
the gentle giants are criminals? Are there any nice gentle giants?
Brandon M. with the diamond. Joel looks like a black Han Solo this morning.
He black.
We could look at the positive and say that the billboards won't be tempting you no more.
Unless you're on pot. Remember I told you in South Africa, Mommy Africa, that the blacks ran the whites off? And now they've taken over the government and everything, and they're killing the whites and robbing, raping, taking land and all that. Well, they did the same thing in Zimbabwe. And they forced the whites to leave Zimbabwe, so I'm being told. And so according to African News, Zimbabwe is on the brink of starvation. Where are the white people? Once upon a time, white people ran Zimbabwe in that they did all the farming, everybody was fat and sassy and happy-go-lucky. And then the black people looked around and said, y'all white, y'all racist. We want the farmland. Y'all gotta go. And so they forced white people out of Zimbabwe, took the land and only would sell it to black people, right? And then the white people were like, all right. And then the blacks like, we can do it. We are smarter. We are the first on earth. We made English. We created math. We created the stoplight. And so the white people, they took the land and white people left. And then the blacks took over. Now they are starving. And now they are saying, we want the white people back. And now white farmers are returning. And the people are overjoyed. Here's the soundbite.
The first time a white Zimbabwean farmer Rob Smart left his land, it was at gunpoint, forced out in June by riot police armed with tear gas and AK-47 assault rifles. Smart returned on Thursday to ululations and tears of joy from former...
We were just playing. We want y'all to come back. We were playing, white people. We like y'all. Y'all ain't racist. We hungry. Obama said, I don't know all the facts, but the police acted stupidly. I don't know all the facts. Why don't you shut up then? President Trump has been nominated for 2021 Nobel Peace Prize, whatever the Nobel Peace Prize means, because it doesn't seem to mean much since Obama got it for doing nothing. Hillary is such a hag. Asked about the Chinese virus, 25% of Trump supporters said, not a big deal. Don't worry about it. Biden supporters, 73%. Oh, I'm trimming out. We gonna die.
Nick called me crazy on the phone yesterday, and I just started trolling him. I started trolling him with different voices, you know.
Well, isn't that crazy?
You know.
When asked about racism, only 19% Trump supporters felt like racism was an important issue. Only 19%. And those people were smoking pot. 79% of Biden supporters believe that racism is one of the most important issues facing the country. Can you get that dumb? Yes, Jesse, you could be that dumb. See the beautiful tree? It looked like Christmas in New York. And it's supposed to be sparkling and beautiful and like, wow. And it's an 88-year-old tradition. But this year, the Christmas tree looked like it has been through a lot. Even the Christmas tree is dead. Maybe the Chinese virus killed the tree. Everything in New York is dying. Can we show a close-up? It looked like a dark witch tree. Beta! Jason, good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you, Jesse? Thanks for having me.
You're welcome, man. Thanks for coming on.
Always a pleasure.
Your forehead is dark, and I only see a light right in your eyes and mouth and nose.
That's it.
Are you aware of that?
How about that? No, that looks different on my end.
And then there's shadow all around this. Look a mess.
Really?
Yeah.
How about that?
You look homeless.
Now you look same. That look maybe the connection. How's it now?
It's still the darkness. I don't know why they just put you up there looking like that. But and so, Ward, welcome to the show, Duran.
Can you see me?
Loud, yes, sir.
Okay, cool.
You look like you're sitting in the car like a gangbanger or something waiting.
No, I didn't want to wake up.
I had to cut my hours back from my job. I ended up losing my house, losing my car. I was from Ohio. So unfortunately, because of all that, I had to move to Florida and live with my mother.
Beta! How come I look so black on there? What? You are black. I ain't that black. The whole thing black. Be scared of the virus. Lock yourself down. Wear a mask. And don't celebrate Christmas and New Year. They said it for Thanksgiving. Now they're saying it for Christmas. And these orders are coming from so-called health directors around the world. I want you to see what these leaders who are telling you to lock down look like. This type of people you're listening to. This first one is a woman by the name of Sarah Hoffman. And she is the former health minister and current deputy premier of Alberta, Canada. Look at this fat slob telling you to lock down. This woman got all kind of issues going on in her life. She's eating herself to death with food. Big as a house, telling you to lock down, wear a mask, but she's the health director. She's so big we can hardly get her on the TV screen. But a health minister. The second one is Megan de Block. And she is a current health minister of Belgium.
Maggie.
Yeah, Maggie of Belgium. Look how big Maggie. Look like she ate Belgium. And y'all listen to her. Can't she like die of a heart attack walking down the road? The third one is Genius Garcia. Mamma mia. And she is the current health minister of Argentina. Oh, he. What the? That's your health minister. And he's laughing because he like, what fool listen to me? This other one is Barbara Ferreira. And she's the health director of Los Angeles. Look at her. Her eyes are open, but she's barely breathing. Like, Lord, y'all wear masks. Y'all stay home, lock down, wear a mask, and cancel your holiday. Okay, I ain't going to bed. And y'all listen. And this last one is Rachel Levine, Pennsylvania Health Secretary. And guess what? That's a man thinking that he's a woman. That's a drag queen. That's not even real. This man doesn't even know he's a male.
You can tell, too. Can't miss that one.
I can tell you want a boogie. You need to forgive your mother for turning you away from your father so you can overcome her. Otherwise, when she dies, she's still going to control you, and you're going to become, you said that she's crazy as a Beelzebub right now. You're going to get that way, too.
My question is how to deal with this piece of garbage boyfriend that she has. How do I deal with him? How do I get past him? How when I'm with him, do I not want to punch him in the face? That's my big conundrum.
Because it's not your business that he's with your mother. It's just that you're fighting for your mother like she's your lover. Your mother wants this man in her life, so she's allowing that to happen. You are an adult male, and you came from your mother, but you're not your mother's boyfriend. You're not her husband, and you have no right to fight another man over your mother. Are you crazy? That's not your wife. That's not your woman. And then apologize to her boyfriend for fighting him over your mother like she's your lover. You owe that man an apology.
I don't think I owe him anything. He's a piece of garbage.
But that's not your business. He's not sleeping with you. You got to overcome your mother, man. Let your mother live her own life, whether it's hell or heaven. Let her live her own life, and you live your life. You need to go out and have a life for yourself. You're not your mother.
I am.
No, you don't. You sit around mad at a man about your mama.
I don't think about him too much. Honestly, Jesse, I have my own business. I have a car detailing business.
You may own the world, but you're still your mama's boy. You're still longing for your mama.
Okay, all right. I'll go and forgive her then.
And you're going to be fine when you overcome your mother. You're going to finally have peace in your life. And so whatever material things you have, it'll be secondary, not firstary.
Well, I hardly have anything, Jesse. Honestly, I'm living out of a car right now, so I don't put that much value in material possessions.
You own your own business, but you're living in a car? What the? How's that?
COVID.
COVID? You blame the Chinese virus for you living in a car? How about get a job?
Well, I've been on a long discovery trying to find out who I really am.
You your mama. Look no further. Breaking news. 911 is reporting that Argentina became the first Latin American country to legalize abortion. Women celebrated as the news broke. What the? You know you better not marry into those sluts.
That's crazy.
Yes, sir.
You black, right?
Blacker than you?
You're blacker than the ace of spades?
Not that black.
Well, I'm that black. Those and this woman, what's the name of that woman, that underground woman? They ain't gonna pull Harriet, whoever she was. They wearing Harriet out.
I know that other people have done the same. Do you know who Eckhart Tolle is?
Behard Tolle. That guy that's on Oprah show sometime?
He was on Oprah once, yes.
That guy so beta is not even funny. That man is a girl.
What makes him beta?
Because I see how Oprah pushing him around. You so hoppo to beat me.
So I was forgiving my mother in my heart, and what happened was my wife, she put out the Christmas stockings on the banister with her stocking at the top. And then the next day, my 3.5-year-old son rearranged the stockings so that I was at the top. And this was after I had, and so it was very interesting. It just sort of happened, the timing of it.
So what is like knowing your son in alpha and you a beta? Tony, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Good morning, Jesse. How are you?
All is well, Tony. How are you?
I'm doing just fine, sir. Can I say one thing that you said on your own show to a female on the telephone?
Yes.
And I'm trying to figure out where your concept and where your development and how do you speak, being a reverend, call a female a bitch. How can you do that, sir?
Like this, bitch. It's easy.
I just don't understand your terminology, Jackie.
But do you recognize a bitch when you see one?
No, I don't.
You are a big liar, Tony.
Can you ask that
Well, how do you
question? What
live
is a
with
bitch to
yourself,
you?
man?
When you call a female a bitch, what did you say to her?
Bitch.
What is
Tony,
a
I
bitch
got
to
to, you know what a bitch is when you see one. Stop lying. I got to take a
don't
break.
know,
Thank you, buddy.
Oh.
So, Nick, a transgender man had a baby with himself?
Pretty much.
Hot wings boneless for me.
Boneless is beta. And she's so selfish, evil, ego woman. She's at work instead of being home with the children. His kids need a father, not a male mother. Gay.
You, Miss Monica Palmer from Grosse Pointe Woods, which has a history of racism, are deciding to enable and continue to perpetuate the racist history of this country. And I want you to think about what that means for your kids, who probably go to Grosse Pointe North.
It sounds like he's about to do a cut off the head thing. If you don't know what you're looking for, how do you know that you have not seen it already?
There's different versions of gods, right? If like maybe Vishnu has shown himself to me. Hashtag Zer.
Is Vishnu a drag queen or something? Who is Vishnu?
I've heard she's got like 5 tits or something.
Do you wear a double mask?
I don't, but I don't think it's a bad idea.
And so you would wear it?
Jesse, it's just science and medicine. I know you don't understand that.
Would you wear a double mask?
I just told you no, but it's not a bad idea.
And why that is not a bad idea?
Because it's medicine and science, Jesse.
So if science told you to put on a third one too, would you wear it?
Stop talking over me. putting a barrier between you and the virus is just common sense, Jesse.
And so if science told you to put on a third mask, would you think that's a good idea?
It's about science and medicine. And
if they told you to wear a third mask on, would you think that's a good idea?
Jesse, do you wash your hands?
You didn't answer the question yet. You're trying to avoid the question for some reason.
No, I'm making a point. Do you wash your hands?
I'm asking you. I was washing my hands before the Chinese virus, but I'm asking you. Last question, and I got to go, Joe. If they told you to wear, if science told you to put on 3 masks, would you do it?
Oh, Jesse, you're just a sheeple. It's ridiculous.
Joe hung up on me. What the? He gone. Ain't no use in praying for Joe. Joe gone. Are you a trans person?
No, I'm a cis male.
You're a cis male?
I'm a cisgender.
How did you become a shit male?
If they always talking about black on black, why wouldn't they talk about black on everybody else? If that's what I don't understand. If you always talk about the black people as such a horrible, race,
Barbara,
and we're not.
Barbara, the reason that you don't hear about it when blacks do it to whites is because they need to make white people look like racists. And so if a white did it to a black, it'll be all over the news, and they'll promote racism, white supremacists. But when it's black and doing it to the whites, you don't hear about it. But there are white,
see, that's what I'm saying.
Asians,
Again, it was just on the news where this black guy had went into this bar full of white folks waving a gun around that didn't have any bullets in it. He was mentally challenged. And that was all over the news. And anybody know that this man was harmless. He wasn't going to do anything. But he did have a gun. And he was waving it around. And he did scare a lot of people. And they put this man in jail for 60 years.
Nice.
I found out 6 months after that my husband had bought an airplane. I was in a garden center, and I was talking to someone who we both knew, and he said, "Your husband must be doing really well. He bought an airplane." I said, "He did?" And I disagreed with it, and you might think I'm an angry woman. You bet I was.
But where's the lie in that?
The lie in that is there's lies by omission.
What does
The lie is
omission mean?
The
Omission.
lie is saying that the lie is finding out. For one thing, okay, well then do you want to know a lie? Do you want to know the lies that I find out?
I want to know the omission. You're like, the lie is the omission. What does that mean, and where's the omission?
It means that as a couple, we should be talking together about big decisions made in our family.
Who made that rule?
Everyone in our family.
Who made that
Pardon?
rule?
Who made that rule?
Yes.
Well, that's a rule in the family.
Who made that rule?
God puts. Okay, here's the thing.
Who made that rule?
Okay, there's no set rule, Jesse. that
Right.
I've
So
heard
why
of.
did you say that's
So
a
then
rule?
why am I responsible?
That's just a
Listen,
rule in the
why am I
family.
responsible?
No, I'm trying to let you see all this omission and these rules you have. A fake idea of women, and that's not how men deal.
Okay, so if a man lies to me and
He
says
didn't
he's
lie to
somewhere
you.
else and he's not there.
He didn't lie to you
Oh, he didn't?
about the plane. He didn't lie.
Oh, okay. Okay, then it's,
Oh,
it's
you
all
talking
good.
all this
Is that
crap
what you're
about?
saying? It's all good?
You talking all this crap about omission? It's omission, and I got righteous anger. You don't have any
I
righteous
don't
anger.
think that crap.
Your
I don't think
anger-
omission is crap.
Your anger is anything but righteous. Your anger is of your father, the devil. You don't have righteous anger.
No, you're wrong.
No,
Because
I'm
my
right.
father is God the Father.
No,
I'm a Christian,
Satan is-
and you are wrong.
Satan is your
and
daddy.
I think that you've got a dislike for women, and I don't
See
understand where it
there
comes
you go.
from.
You are in denial, and you're trying to take over your husband and control him, all in the name of Jesus.
No.
You
no,
need to repent,
that is
Deborah.
not true.
It is true.
That is not true, Jesse.
And you caught
That
up
is
with this
not true.
crap talking about you have righteous anger.
You say a lot of stuff that's presumed truth about people.
Like
and
what?
it's not right.
No.
And you know what?
Deborah.
About all women lie.
Debbie.
That's presumed truth. You don't know what his mother's like. You don't know what her story is.
I do
you
know
don't know
what she's
happened.
like. I do know what she's like. He said what she's like.
You know what? No.
And I never
he
say,
said
oh,
what he
I
thinks
said,
she's like,
Deborah.
but he's never talked to her. He didn't seem to know that she felt that way.
Deborah.
You know?
Deborah.
And plus, I know you say
Deborah,
that women
Deborah,
who,
hold on, Deborah. I'm gonna put you on hold if you don't shut up.
wow.
I
now that
always,
is really not very Christian.
Deborah, I'm gonna let you go if you
I
don't
don't
shut
shut
up.
up.
Yeah.
Wow.
So be quiet. Leave your husband alone. Stop trying to control him and the family. All right, back down and obey your husband. If you truly are a Christian, you will obey your husband.
Do you know what? What if my husband said, I'm an alcoholic, we're not paying the bills, and I know this. This happened with my neighbor, and she decided that she'd let her husband leave the family. Case after case of beer went into the house. The mortgage never got paid. Her parents held the mortgage. He lost the house. They lost the house. She ended up having an affair with his friend because she couldn't handle it anymore. He didn't deal with things. You know what?
No,
the man
she
can
had
be
the
the leader if
affair
God
with-
is his leader. But you don't just follow everything a man says because a man can lead you into evil.
She had an affair on her husband because she is slut.
After.
She is slut. What I want
I'm
you to
just
know,
telling you that you're judging
what I
the whole
want you
thing.
to know is that you need to back down and stop trying to control your husband and to
You
control
don't know
his
enough about me to know that.
and control his children. Because if your husband can't afford to buy an airplane, finance is not bad. So you're lying
Oh,
about
is that right?
You're just trying to control it because you're playing God and you're on an ego trip. You need
no,
to go
actually,
and repent.
you know what? That's not true.
It
I'm not
is.
on an ego trip.
Then you need to back off your husband.
You know what? You don't know enough about the situation.
I know what you've
You
told
don't know
me.
enough. I listen to you, and I listen to your show, so I know a lot more about you than you do about me.
I know
you talked
that-
to me for 5 minutes on the phone, and you've got this much perception? I don't think so.
That's all I need from you, Deborah.
I don't think
know
so.
that if your husband can afford a plane, he can afford to take care of you. You just need to back down and stop thinking he needs to tell you everything.
Well, I can tell you that psychology is not your calling.
That's for sure because they're dumb.
Oh,
Thank
no.
you, Deborah. Call me again. Go and repent.
I will. Yeah.
Go repent, Deborah. What a mess. Her husband bought a plane, and she up there bitching. I never known my grandfather sit with my grandmother. Oh, I'm making a decision. I'm gonna go out and buy a new tractor. What you think? My grandfather would just go and buy the tractor, And my grandmother like, oh, that is so nice. Let Punchy drive it. A Columbia University professor of psychology, ooh, and neuroscience, ooh, is into science, has come clean about his drug use. I don't know why people put their business in the streets. But anyway, Professor Carl Hart, 54-year-old father of 3, described regularly using drugs such as heroin, ecstasy, meth, and more while balancing a work life. The man was high. And that's him, Joe?
He black.
What the? This is a professor of psychology and neuroscience. And I quote, there aren't many things in life that I enjoy more than a few lines by the fireplace at the end of the day. This man go home and take his heroin. He point out that his drug experience leave him refreshed after sitting by the fireplace at the end of the day. Oh, I just feel so refreshed. A man with a degree, an expert, a professor. All I got to say is, Lord, have mercy. If ever we needed you, Lord, we need you now. We need you now. Come by here, Lord. Come by here. Come by here, Lord. Come by here. Come by here, Lord. Come by here. We need you, Lord. Come by here. We need you, Lord. Come by here.
Amen.
Are you doing the silent prayer, Joe? No.
No, I don't know.
Oh, amazing.
I've heard you say it before.
Let me go to Gerald, a first-time caller out of West Virginia.
I'm just wanting to know why you think Christianity is the religion that we should follow.
Yeah, Christianity is the number one religion because it's the only religion that requires that it's the only religion that requires that you repent or change of heart. Other religions don't require that, so they're no good.
Zoroastrianism did.
Zoroastrianism ain't no good. I never heard of it, but it doesn't sound nice. It sounds black.
No, it's not.
It sounds like Alu Akbar.
No, it's not. It was the first religion.
But why are you worshiping Zoroaster?
Before you ignore it and just not go read up on it and just see.
No, but you're worshiping Zoroastrian religion.
Zoroastrianism?
Yeah.
Zoroastrianism was the first religion that was basically.
But why are you worshiping that?
Well, I'm not worshiping it.
Yes, you are. You're promoting it.
I don't worship anybody.
You promoted Zoroastrian religion.
I'm not promoting it.
You are. That's what you're talking about.
I just brought it up to your attention.
Oh, I never heard of that.
An example. I was trying to give you an example. Even Muslims, when you're putting out Allah Akbars, you're putting them down. Well, you're putting them down because you do not know their religion. I know that they'll blow you up and cut your head off. That's all I need to know. Oh yes. They're very evil people. There's some of them. What else do I need to know then? But there are Christians that will cut your head off too. No, it's not. Don't you remember all the killings they did in the back in the Roman days? No, I wasn't around. They killed a lot. Well, I know you weren't around, but Christians killed a lot of Romans. Christians killed a lot of other people too. So I mean, that's not what's happening now, though. There's evil all around, and you cannot just basically say that Christianity is the only way to go. All right. Thank you, Gerald. I appreciate it. Dartmouth College awarded Seuss with an honorary doctor. Seuss was his mother's maiden name. But he supported FDR and condemned investigation of communists. Oh, that's Dr. Seuss? He doesn't look like a doctor.
He looked like the cartoons he was painting.
Hey, I'm Stacy Skip's girlfriend.
Hey, Stacy, how you?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Amazing. Is Skip an alpha male or a beta male?
I think he's beta.
Amazing.
Rock climber with the diamond, Joel leaving the morning show to street dance for Black Lives Matter. I got to go with the opportunities.
That's right. Dancing with a lesbian. Arnold Schwarzenegger was a mess, weak and pathetic. No wonder he cheated on his wife with the maid.
What's his name?
Arnold Schwarzenegger. He was a mess.
Every time you say his name, I got to bleep it.
Why? Arnold Schwarzenegger. What do you say?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Nager.
Right.
Oh, you said Nager. What am I saying?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Whatever. Same thing. A nigger is still a nigger.
We getting banned.
I'm working on forgiving my father.
But what do you mean you're working on it? You can't work on forgiveness. You have to go and forgive or not. There's no such thing as working on it.
I still have anger.
Toward your father?
Yeah.
And why?
He has an alternative lifestyle that it didn't really include me as much as I would have liked it to.
Right. What's an alternative lifestyle?
He's a musician. He travels a lot.
Oh, you had me nervous. I thought you meant like a drag queen or something. Were you nervous? I was like, well. Do you have anger?
I get frustrated sometimes, but not really.
Better. Papa made apparently a new chicken sandwich. You had it?
Yeah, just chicken. It was a big deal.
I'm gonna have to go over there and get me a sandwich.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna take my gun. So let me see the picture again. So this picture of the fallen Messiah, Barack Obama, is from the History Channel miniseries called The Bible.
It's just the way that this world works. You know, I don't know. The stigma of being a slut maker is not the same stigma of being a slut.
It's so true. A man don't want some woman that some other man been digging into, right? And
digging into that sounds horrible. Oh shoot!
This is from the Daily Mail. Joe Biden yesterday declared...
It wasn't me.
Who played the music?
That white man.
Joel never did that.
I know.
I'm just not a fan of bottled water. But I'm doing it. No, James is telling me to drink tap water. Isn't that water from the ocean and they got all kind of stuff in it?
I can't believe... I mean, James is from here, but L.A. water is nasty.
I don't know how James can drink it.
Nasty. James loves it, too. I mean, he's like straight from the tap no matter where it is.
I know it. I'm like, what the?
Foul. I could do it in my hometown up north.
Right.
But when I moved down here and I tried the tap water, I spit it out.
Because you have all the homeless people, illegal aliens, everybody peeing in the water and taking dumps in the water.
Yeah. Foul.
Enjoy your water, James.
Refill your cup.
Joe is out of Phoenix, Arizona. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Tell me lies. CNN is reporting that there were at least 12 mass shootings across the U.S. this weekend.
This past weekend, there were more than a dozen mass shootings across this country. Is there a crime problem in this country?
Well, I would say certainly there is a guns problem, and that's something the president would say.
See how dumb that is? It's not a gun problem. It's a crime problem caused by people. The gun doesn't decide, well, oh, Lord, let me just get up and go and see who I can kill today. It's a people problem. It's not a gun problem, you lying heifer. A new 25-foot statue was unveiled in New York to honor African culture. What is African culture? Ooh, that looks scary. What is that? What is it? It looks like an outer space alien or something.
I guess I'm putting my own ego. I guess, I don't know, because I deal with a lot of shit at work. I'm a hardworking man.
A man's supposed to deal with shit.
Yes, sir.
That's what you on earth for.
Oh man. Yes, sir. Huh? Okay.
What's your question?
Man, you
for
just
me?
put it in perspective.
Man.
What the?
Prince Harris, this is for you. Princess Harry now. Beta! It took a black female with issues to bring down the Queen House. I just noticed that you have a goatee but no mustache. What happened to your mustache?
Because I've never had a mustache.
Oh, you didn't?
No,
You look like
Samuel has a mustache.
Who?
I look too Mexican with a mustache.
You don't want to look like a Mexican?
No.
You don't want to look like a Mexican?
Not really.
Too
You'll
late.
fit in more.
Too late.
Huh?
You'll fit in more.
They seem to only have a drag queen male running for governor. Can you imagine that? We're going to get rid of one bad governor and put in someone that's worse. A man that doesn't even know he's a man. He thinks he's a woman.
Yeah. And so that kind of brings up my next question. I'm going through this brutal divorce. I mean, fortunately, she moved out of the house, but we're going through this brutal divorce with these attorneys, really expensive. And as far as like dating, right? What do you think about guys that are in my situation about dating again?
Why are you?
I'm old.
Why are you thinking of dating? Period. Why are you thinking of that at this time?
I'm alone. I'm just lonely.
You need to be
Really
alone.
lonely.
You need to be alone so you can know the Father, and not replace it with another woman. You keep using women as your God. You're going to keep going. You'll be 90 going through this.
What about a dog?
You going to date a dog?
No, can you get a...
I want to go all the way over to South Korea and talk to Matthew. Matthew, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hello, sir.
Hey, hello, Matthew.
I just wanted to tell you how much I love you.
Oh, amazing. How much?
Please welcome author and activist Reverend Jesse Lee Peterson. Hi, Reverend Peterson. How you doing?
Hi,
Reverend Jesse?
how you Tammy? All is well. Thanks for having me on.
Doctor of Clinical Psychology, Dr. Umar Johnson is with us. Dr. Umar, hey.
Good evening, Queen. Glad to be with you.
And the president of the African History Network, Michael Imhotep. Hi, Michael. How are you tonight?
How you doing, Miss Tammy Mack? Thanks for having me back.
Why should Black people care if they're a sellout or not? Dr. Umar, sellout.
I would say that when you deal with the concept of the sellout, you have to deal with it within the context of post-traumatic slavery disease. Post-traumatic slavery disease.
He has no idea what he's talking about because there's no such thing as slavery syndrome or whatever he said. Our battle is a spiritual battle. It's either right or wrong, good or evil. And in the good old days when boys were boys and men were men, they taught their children how to work and be responsible and not blame and whine. And they didn't put it out there as though they couldn't make it.
Reverend Jesse, I don't think we should suggest that one person knows more than the other in a sense of you saying you know it all.
Yeah, well, I may not know my flowers, but I know Dr. Umar Johnson is blind and that he's wrong. If you knew that our battle is a battle between good and evil, then you wouldn't make up words in order to deceive. You would tell the truth and hope that those who are blind may wake up and see the right way to go.
Jesse Lee Peterson, he would be a textbook definition of a sellout. See, racism is a system. A Black man in America who does not stand up for his people and in turn aligns himself with the structure that is eating away at the opportunities of Black people can go very far in this country. Senator Tim Scott is an example. Jesse Lee Peterson is an example.
Let's go to the chat and find out what they're saying. Maya Magahi says, this panel is lit. Don Morris says, Jesse. And then Keep Me Lovely says, imagine asking a white person, why should you care about this word? Hashtag not for sale. I'll get a white person on the show and ask them. The one from None says, Jesse holds Black people accountable.
Once upon a time, there were slaves in America. That is not happening today. This idea that slavery is the cause of the lack of morality for Black people is insane. The world knows that Black people are suffering not because of this phony idea of racism, slavery, systemic racism, and all that crap. They know that Black people are immoral, that they come from failing parents, and that they hate everybody and they have no love.
But
everybody
that's not your
knows
story,
it,
is it,
but
Reverend?
they're afraid to tell the Blacks. The two men that just spoke, it made no sense.
Racism is about systemic injustice, systemic bias, systemic disproportionality, systemic discrimination, systemic. You do not opt out of racism.
Dumb.
All white people benefit from and participate in racism. All white people benefit from the mass incarceration of Black people.
Dr. Umar is evil for putting out a lie like that because people are going to believe in
Let's
it.
refrain from calling people names.
It's important that we understand the difference between the Negro and the coon. Sister Tammy, this is a very important distinction that has to be made. The Negro is innocent in his ignorance, Sister Tammy. As Brother Michael said earlier, some people make mistakes against the race unknowingly. But the coon voluntarily identifies with his oppressor because there is an agenda that he's looking to get filled.
To hear Michael and Dr. Umar speak that way is abnormal for men.
There is nothing more effeminate than a white man defending the white power structure against Black people. There is nothing more effeminate than a Black man defending the white power structure against Black people.
Hey, why are you speaking? Hold on.
You are a disgrace to your race.
And so normally
Dr.
the
Umar,
men with the logical mindset would bring the women and children to a logical mindset to help them overcome. But now the Black men, not all but most, they think like their mothers and grandmothers. So they all think just like women, and that's why you can't get it right.
There is levels to the coon kingdom. You have your grade A coons like Jesse Lee Peterson and Charles Barkley. And then you have your grade B coons, which will be like a Kendrick Perkins and a Shaq. And then you have your grade C coons, which would be like a Steve Harvey.
Reverend Jesse.
Yes.
You're a part of the coon kingdom, he says.
That's right. You know, it's sad to see that most Black people believe that they're all the same. They're going by colors. And so they're all in the same pot, headed down to the road to destruction. Donald Trump, he wasn't into the color thing. He was into what is right. And that's why he was able to help Black people more so than any other president that we have had in the last, I don't know how many years, right? Obama was the worst, by the way, but Donald Trump was the best. I call him the great white hope. Black people went to work. They started buying homes and starting families and things like that because of Donald Trump. But these people like Dr. Umar and Michael, they're into their color. They're in a fallen state. They're weak males and they cannot see.
So as far as I'm concerned, we should have We should have jobs at all different levels of these companies that we spend money with, but bring that money back to the African American community.
You guys need to stop begging, man.
Bring that money back to the
black people.
Please, sir, don't interrupt.
Talk about
But
stop begging, Michael. What men do?
I'm not begging.
Men make things happen. They don't beg. They don't blame.
Jesse, you wouldn't know a man if you met one.
They don't want reparations. They make their way. The black man when I was growing up, they made their way. They didn't beg the white man for anything because they didn't.
It's not begging white people. Wait a second.
White men were superior.
If you go back to you,
all
don't
you
say
doing
excuse
is making
you.
excuses.
No. You don't want to talk about the compromise of 1877. Which was the compromise between the Republicans and the Democrats, and you don't want to talk about the lily white movement of 1928. Now, if you want to have that conversation, we can have that conversation. It's not going to turn out the way you think it's going to turn.
Michael, it's time to stop asking for freebies. I understand the women doing that because
you ever studied the Farmers Home Association 1930?
I understand why women are doing it, but because hold on, Michael.
You going to talk about the $26 billion?
What Michael is talking about happened over 100 years ago or so. It's time out for black people to stop begging. I'm sick of it. We can make our own way. Black people can make their own way if they get up and do it. That's why we have to overcome this cultural thing, because blacks who are into their culture, they think that all blacks are just like them, begging and blaming and whining and talking about 150 years ago and all that. Why not live now? Especially black men, they need to stop begging for freebies. America is an amazing place, right? And whatever you want to do in this country, you can do it. You can make it.
That thought. Okay, yes, that is true. That is so true. I'll have to agree with you on that, Reverend Jesse. Whatever you want to do in this country, you can do.
Yeah. What a mess. Yeah, Obama said that. You don't want to get between Michelle and a tamale. Isn't that something? What a pig. Oink, oink.
Welcome to the bullpen. In the bullpen today, I have a conservative radio talk personality, extreme conservative, and he's proud of it. Pastor Jesse Lee Peterson, founder and president of Bond, B-O-N-D, and host of JLP Show and The Fallen State. Pastor Peterson, good day. Welcome to Indisputable.
Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
Sir, you all have a celebration coming up next month. Are you not the founder of White History Month, I think, which starts in July?
Yeah, we're going to be celebrating our 4th year of White History Month in July. July just feels white.
Yeah.
You know, it's summertime, vacation time, relaxing time, reflecting time, and appreciating the greatest country on this side of heaven.
I think it's important for people to know you're not a comedian. What you're saying, right? What you're saying, this is actually you. You do this. You did found. You're the founder of White History Month.
Yes.
You've also been very critical of Juneteenth. Do you agree or disagree with the George Floyd Policing and Accountability Act?
I totally disagree. As we all know, George Floyd was a black, unemployed drug addict with a criminal record. And I just
think let's first of all, let's clear something up, sir. You really should be ashamed of yourself. You call yourself a Christian pastor. George Floyd is dead.
It's his fault.
He's dead because a cop killed him.
No, he's dead because he was a drug addict. The real truth is,
let me ask
George Floyd is dead because of George Floyd and no one else.
That's a ridiculous point. Let's talk about Black Lives Matter. This is probably going to end up being an utter waste of my time having you on the show.
You don't know that. You may learn something.
Well, we'll see, preacher. What is it about Black Lives Matter that you disagree with fundamentally?
Lesbians who hate God,
get this clown off my show. I appreciate you.
Who hate God, who hate the nuclear family.
Yeah. Listen, for those of you who wanted me to continue to engage that clown on this show, I'm sorry, I just couldn't do it. I'm only a human being, so please forgive me. Okay? All right. Here's what we'll do for the rest of the show. I will read some comments. And I know some of you will say, oh, Rashad, that was just so rude. And yeah, it was. I couldn't take any more of that foolishness. I mean, I engaged in a good faith attempt. I hope you all saw that. Okay?
Before the show started, the guy seemed so excited about having me on. I thought it's going to be a good challenge. All thoughts are lies, right? He put his tail between his legs with his own show, and he ran.
I mean, I want all the smoke. I'm good with every bit of it. All right?
What a poser. Do you love unconditionally?
I don't know. I just love people. That's really just how I think of it.
How about you? You heard the term unconditional love, Nick. Mm-hmm. And do you love unconditionally?
No, I don't.
You know. How about you, James?
I don't know.
These are my experts.
We need to say it clearly as a gospel issue. Black lives matter.
What a butt licker. I wonder if he's been smoking pot.
I wanted to ask you, Jesse, if you have ever heard of the doctrine of legalism.
No.
Jesus would often preach at the Pharisees and Sadducees, and Jesus' main enemy in the Bible was them, because they were adding to his Father's perfect word and law. These things and ideas that you're coming up with, you said they come from within. If they don't come from the Bible, isn't that adding to God's word?
Like what, for example?
You said men by nature are good.
I never said men by nature are good. Why are you adding that?
I was misquoted.
Right. So you like those fallacies and adjacencies.
No.
So I got some good news. The last time I talked to you, I told you about the ex still living there, and she finally got out Friday.
Good.
So I'm by myself.
Change the locks.
Yes.
And then you don't lift weights, right?
I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
You sure?
Where you from? Where you at in the USA? Hella glad to be black in the USA.
He black.
Did you just say that you black in the USA?
He black.
Hell yeah, I said I'm black and it's truly great. Where you from? Where you at in the USA? Hella glad to be black in the USA.
He black.
He just said he's black in the USA.
He black.
Hell yeah, I said I'm black and it's truly great. And it's truly great in the USA.
July is White History Month, and it just feels good. So is the Haitian president dead?
Yes.
He dead. And
he's black.
He black. Hey, he dead. Are you doing the silent prayer video?
I don't know. I do pray, every day.
What kind of prayer do you do?
I mean, I kind of talk to God throughout the day.
About what?
Saying,
Lord, he ain't got time to be listening to all that.
Okay.
Women love to talk to the Lord. When you order a woman online, the fact that she's online tell you that she has issues. Because if she didn't have issues, she wouldn't be online. Our government, the people in leadership, so-called leadership roles, they want a race war in America today. They want it more than they want, more than the children in hell want ice water. Amazing. Jackie is out of Phoenix, Arizona. Jackie, welcome to the show. Happy White History Month.
Hi. I guess Happy White History Month.
You don't celebrate white history?
Well, I don't celebrate Hispanic history. I don't celebrate Black history. So.
Well, that's good because they were not the founder of America. It was the white man.
I agree with that.
So do you celebrate white history with me then?
Yeah, sure.
But you don't seem to be doing it with a sense of joy.
Well, I prefer Christian history.
But it was a white man that brought Christianity to America.
Yes, thankfully.
Yeah. So do you celebrate White History Month?
Well, I don't celebrate the other history months.
Because they haven't done anything. That's why.
Okay, then I will celebrate it. Happy White History Month.
Right on. It's White History Month. Amazing. Thank you, Jackie. Tony is out of California. Tony, happy White History Month. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Jesse. How are you today?
All is well. Happy White History Month.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I would like to speak on white history.
But you didn't say happy White History back.
Well, I called to speak on it. I didn't call to praise it.
But at least I'm celebrating. Can't you at least say happy White History Month to me? Are you married to Maze or something?
I'm not married to Maze.
You can't even say happy White History back?
No, I don't really fall in that category of saying nothing about happy white history.
So you don't love me enough to say, well, happy White History to you, Jesse? Because if it wasn't for white people, Tony wouldn't be in the United States of America. You'd be stuck in the jungles of Africa somewhere.
That's not true. Blacks were here before the white folks came. Before the Europeans came here.
I hear that the Indians enslaved a few blacks that was here.
No, well, sir.
The Indians gave y'all some peyote, and they made you their slave. Let me go to David out of California. And so you don't identify as a man?
No.
You feel like a woman?
That would be the case, yeah.
You can never be a woman. You are a man. You were created a male, but you have the woman's spirit because your mother imposed her will. You became angry. You became like what you hate. But if you forgave your mother, God will forgive you and take the mother's identity away from you, and you would no longer feel like a woman.
Who's to say what's male and what's female?
God.
But he doesn't.
Are you a Christian?
Yeah.
He said that he created male and female.
Well, I actually didn't really grow up with like a traditional father, so to speak. My father was identified with more female characters.
Yeah, I understand that. But you can overcome that, man. If you want to. If not, you can suffer and die. But you can overcome it. Where's your father?
I mean, I don't really call them father because it's like a two-female system family, pretty much. Like, it's kind of different. It's a little unique in that sense.
Oh, you have two mothers?
Sort of. Not completely, but yeah, kind of.
Well, where's your father?
She's home, I guess. I don't know.
So were you born in a tube or something? Amazing.
Two things are given in this life, death and taxes. On the bright side, at least Chris can bench press more than 170 pounds.
And speaking of bench press, Nick, come here for a minute. Look at him.
Dropping his phone.
Why are you dropping your phone like
that?
Is you high? Is you high?
The edible's kicking in.
How much can you bench press?
Why are you doing this? What is this? I'm leaving.
How much can you bench press, Nick? Chris?
225.
Whatever.
Couple reps.
How much
I haven't done my
press?
I haven't done my 1 rep max in a while, but about 170.
I'm sorry?
About 170.
We can't hear you. Can you come
about
closer to the
170.
phone? Can you come closer to the phone? About what?
About 170.
I'm
guesstimating.
Hear you. For some reason, your mouth is not opening.
I'm speaking it very clearly. You're just making that up.
As of yesterday, I bench pressed 275.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Remember when I first started here? I was getting bones.
Oh, yeah. You got fat overnight.
I know.
And what happened when Nick first did push-ups in the office?
I think his back was all arched.
I rest my case. His back was all up in the air. But don't struggle with it. Just go and forgive your mother. You'll be fine.
I've forgiven the world.
Have you forgiven your mother, though?
I'm born into the world, so I look at the world as my mother because that's where I'm living here on earth.
The world is not your mother. Have you gone to your mother?
I'm answering your question, sir. I'm living on earth. I was born on earth. I've forgiven the people on earth. I'm forgiving the earth itself.
Where you get that from? Mother. Where did that come from?
What do you mean? It comes from my father.
No, where you get that from? I have to forgive the earth and the people on earth. Where did that come from?
So I was born here on this planet that we live on.
Did you know your? Do you know your mother?
I'm just told you the earth is my mother.
Oh,
I live
so your
here.
daddy had sex with the earth and you came from the dirt?
That's the story of Adam and Eve, right?
It's like being in the military. You go to Iraq and kill up a lot of our folks and be all out in the woods and suffer, and then come home and your wife beat you up. Because of the Son of God, who was Jesus Christ, making the sacrifice, Jason, you are now able to come back to the Father because of what your brother did. Well, he's not your brother, but
it's not what. The,
yeah, he's not your brother. Satan is your daddy, so Al Sharpton is your brother.
That's not the that's not the origin of Christianity.
How do you know you're not even a Christian? But now, just think about a government worker. They can't do anything right anyway. Can you imagine them showing up at your house selling, even suggesting you allow them to give you a shot in your body? Is you crazy? DJ is a first-time caller out of New York City. DJ, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
One of the topics I want to touch on is America. I mean, I honestly, I really don't understand why you're so infatuated with this country.
Where you from? Where you born?
I was born in the Dominican Republic.
Oh, why don't you go back over there if you're that unhappy with America?
Not everybody has the finances to get up and go, man. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean? What is stopping you from getting a one-way ticket back to the Dominican if you don't love America? Why did you even come here?
Look, Jesse, I'm not saying that I hate this country, but I don't like this country. But I don't.
Do you love America?
No, I don't.
Do you love America?
No, I told you I don't love America. How can you love that? How can you love?
But why stay in this country if you don't love it?
You know, you're a logical man. I like the fact that you say that you are logical. But to say that America is the greatest country in the world,
is there another country that's greater than America?
There are other countries that are safer than America socially.
Name one country that's greater than America.
There's other countries.
You may be right. I just don't know about it. Name one country that's greater than America.
Listen, Jesse, I didn't put like a list of things to tell you.
You the one said that there's another country greater than America. Which country?
Well, look, I can tell you that there are other countries
like
that are safer and that are more financially independent than America.
Hey, DJ, name me one country. Don't just say other countries. Name me one country that's greater than America.
I think it's like Greenland or one of these places over there in Europe.
Are you saying Greenland is greater than America?
I believe that there are other countries that are greater than America.
Are you saying that Greenland is greater than America?
Yes, what I'm
Are you saying that Greenland is greater than America?
Yes, there are other countries, Jesse.
Are you saying that Greenland is greater than America? Yes or no?
Jesse, I told you that I haven't been there. I don't know. I'm assuming.
So then what country? Name one that's greater than America.
There are countries, Jesse, that have...
Name one that's greater than America.
Listen, Jesse. The reason why I called you...
No. Don't run away from that. You said there were other countries that were greater than America. I'm asking you to name one, DJ. Name one.
There are countries, Jesse. There
Name
are countries
one.
who are financially
Name one.
They are
Name
financially
one.
more dependent.
DJ.
There are countries who have.
DJ, name one country. I have my hole right now. Name one country that's greater than America. Just name one.
I believe it's Greenland.
So you're not sure.
Yeah, but I
So you're not sure. Stay with me. You're not sure about that.
No, Jesse, I'm not
So
sure.
you
because
assuming.
Huh?
You're assuming.
No, I'm not assuming.
So why don't you go live in Greenland?
Listen, I will once I get my finances together.
How old are you?
I can't just get up and go, Jesse.
How old are you?
Move out of there.
How old are you?
I'm 41.
So at 41, you can't afford a ticket to Greenland?
Jesse, what do you think? Like, money grows on trees.
You don't have a job.
I have a job, but I have to pay more. I have to pay mortgage.
But if you're going to Greenland to leave, you don't have to pay mortgage. You just leave.
You can't just get up and leave and just move somewhere.
Why
you have
not?
to plan and you have to save.
But go back to your other country to do that. Dominican.
You know my country is financially destroyed, man. And many other countries are. But there are other countries who are financially better off than America.
Go there then, man.
I will, man, once I get my stuff together, man. But listen.
Oh, you're going to use us to get your stuff together, and then you're going to take your stuff and go to another country. What the?
Jesse, I was brought here as a child, Jesse. It's not like I was. It's not.
But you're
like
41 years old. You're an old man now.
Yeah, and I had to work my whole life, man.
Hey, what's wrong with that?
Back-breaking work.
What's wrong with that? Is your back broken?
Yeah, it hurts. My back. Your country broke my damn back, man.
Murder. A lot of people are like retarded. They're like, they can't comprehend. You know what I'm saying? They can't comprehend situations. They are like absolutely retarded. I saw a situation yesterday, and the situation was handled by adults, grown people, but in a retarded way. And I was like, wow, that's amazing how that is. And I didn't see this growing up unless I wasn't paying attention. But I didn't see as much retardation as I see now. Really, really retardation.
I'm trapped in this, the victim mentality. I'm trapped in the...
What do you mean?
Meaning I'm always blaming other people for my own stuff.
I mean, how are they stopping you from are you working?
No.
How old are you?
33.
Whoop this man.
I'm looking for a job. I'm looking to move.
How are they stopping you from working? Stop listening to the voice of Satan, man. Really?
Yeah, I still have the anger just bubbling up. I feel it like I'll go and put up, signs where I'm from in Northern California, like Happy White History Month, or I put up one that says the Jesse Lee Peterson Show, and then these kids, they came and they were painting over the signs, right? And I just, want to beat the crap out of them. It just like bubbles up in me, I can't
But see, if you were looking for a job, you wouldn't have time to be thinking about that.
Yeah.
You're looking at your father, judging him.
Yeah.
You're looking at the people painting signs, judging them.
Yeah.
And while at the same time, you ain't got no job.
I know. What's up?
What the? Your priorities are out of place.
Yes.
Though I appreciate you helping get the word out about the show and all that. Mm. But I prefer that you work too. Mm-hmm. You want to be an example of it.
Yeah, I'm looking for a job. And
you live up north?
I'm trying to move here so that I can come to church.
No, man, get a job.
Jesse, can an angry man come to your women's forum since he is considered a woman?
No way. No Bruce Jenner's at the women's forum nor the men's forum. Do you love white people?
I love all people.
Do you love white people?
I love all people.
Do you love white people?
I love all people.
How about white people?
I love all people.
How about white people?
I love all people.
But I'm asking about white people.
I love all people.
Do you believe that racism exists?
I do.
You believe racism exists?
It's present in our everyday life. I mean, we see why did, this whole year, why are people marching down streets? And because they're upset with racism. I've encountered racism before.
You know how Black Lives Matter, we're going around burning down, robbing and raping and stealing stores.
I don't know
You
about
think that was due to racism?
So when things bottle up, just like anybody that gets upset when you're pushing them, they're bound to explode at some point unless they have trained
them to do that.
So when you see injustice causes
Give me an
people.
example of that.
There's so many different media examples of how a white guy who killed somebody can get off, but if you're African American, like Trayvon Martin, all right, and how that was, I wanted to say, almost the beginning of Black Lives Matter before it, because we started seeing in the media that's not fair. How can he just kill this young man and walk away? Like that's not okay.
If he had not, he would have been killed by Trayvon.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do.
You don't know that.
He went to court. He was found not guilty.
Yeah, but that's the thing. We weren't there. You weren't there. I wasn't there.
But why do you believe that he killed Trayvon? You weren't there. Why do you believe that it was due to racism?
Yes, I believe it was due to Trayvon.
But you weren't there.
I'm aware, but I'm aware of the story. And that's the thing.
I'm aware of the story too. George was found not guilty, but you say I wasn't there, so I shouldn't believe it. But you believe it, and you weren't there. Why is that?
Yeah. So it's important. Just that I wasn't there when Jesus was there.
So we talk about Trayvon.
I know, but stories are stories.
Why you believe it? Why should I believe it then?
Stories are stories.
But
so
why should I believe
we
you?
have firsthand testimony, and that's what we have to go by.
So you didn't trust the court system that George was innocent?
I love it. Yeah, you're good. I really enjoyed this time here with you, and I would love to talk more about Jesus.
Amazing. Yeah. But what does other black people have to do with you? Just because you're black, are you every black person?
Excuse me?
Are you every black person?
No, but they are my brothers and sisters.
How are they your brothers and sisters? Your dad school everybody in the community or something?
No.
Y'all come on, let's go shopping now. The only thing that wasn't looted in South Africa was a bookstore. That should give you the heebie-jeebies when you see that. You ever had the heebie-jeebies?
I don't think I've had the heebie-jeebies, but I've had the Jeepers Creepers.
The George Floyd mural, painted on the side of the old Mugshots bar, crumbled into a pile of broken bricks.
Right before that storm hit, I just pulled in my driveway, and it wasn't down. I would have noticed it right away.
A witness told Toledo firefighters they saw a lightning strike hit the building. A city inspector says there are no concerns about the structure as a whole. The building part is fine, but it's the outer layer of brick that now has to come down.
God, take this mess down. God, get this mess out of here. I'm sick of this mess. Pew! I saw it. Pew!
And
here's my best advice. Are you doing the silent prayer video?
No.
What the?
Well, I want to be honest with you. I do.
No,
it
I
sometimes.
appreciate
it.
Suffer.
You know how some people be like, yeah, but no, but I'm not.
Suffer
I'm
and
not
die.
doing it every. I know.
Man. What? So do you do the hoop and hollering prayer or something?
No, but I do get excited. Definitely.
Man.
I don't. I get excited.
This is from Real Clear Politics. Texas Democrats saying we should overcome.
I turn it back over to you for the questions, and thank you very much for all that you and all of your colleagues are doing here today. Thank you.
We will overcome. We will overcome. We will overcome someday.
We shall overcome. We shall overcome.
Yeah.
And the men were too weak to tell them.
I know, it's
shut up. What the? And men, never, 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 ever, 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 but never. What the? Ever, 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 but never. Never, 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 never. Never tell a woman your problem. I don't care how many degrees she has, whether she has preacher degrees or secular degrees or black or white or Japanese or Chinese or white or whatever. Never tell a woman your problems. And so when your woman tell you, oh, let's go see a therapist, and if she recommend a woman, don't go. You're going to lose.
When I talk, I want to be listened to, you know, and not interrupted.
Why?
That's the thing. Why?
Yeah.
Because to me, that's respect. You know, it's showing that you care about the other person and what they're feeling.
But women never will stop talking if you just sit there and listen.
Well, I mean, how do you know?
Because women love to talk.
Well, okay. I mean, sure. I mean, who doesn't like to talk? Men like to talk too.
Not like women. No, men are saying in a few words, women would take all day and night.
I mean, okay, and?
Nobody want to hear that.
Okay, well,
Let me ask you this.
Very respectful.
I'm sorry?
It just doesn't seem very respectful.
But
I mean,
isn't it disrespectful to go on and on and on and on about nothing?
I mean, if someone's saying something, there's a reason they're saying it. You know, they're not just saying it to say nothing.
You're right about that. Women do it because they're trying to take control.
Okay.
Am I right about that?
Maybe to an extent.
Yeah.
I think there could be some truth to that.
Yeah, they'll talk to you until you have to, okay, I give up. Go ahead. But let me ask, are you a controlling woman?
I can be. I mean, I don't know if I am all the time.
Are you a controlling woman?
You know, I'm not really sure, to be honest.
Are you a controlling woman?
Yeah, I don't really know.
Are you a controlling woman?
I mean, I don't know. It's something like an answer that you don't want to hear.
Are you a controlling woman?
Sometimes.
Are you a controlling woman?
I mean, sure, okay, I guess. Yeah.
Are you a controlling woman?
If you need a yes or no answer, then okay, I guess I'll go with yes. Why not? We'll do that.
Are you a controlling woman?
All right, we'll go with yes. Sure, yes.
Why is it hard to admit yes?
Because I don't think I am all the time. You know, honestly, I feel like I want to...
The only time you're not controlling when you're sleeping.
You know, if he wants me to do something and I basically say, hey, you know, well, I don't like that idea, you know, it turns into a really big argument and then...
Nice.
I mean, but it's like, I don't feel like I have any sort of say at all. Like,
nice.
I can't even express my opinions.
So you like that he's waking up now and now you can't control? What is xenophobic? You ever heard that word?
I think it's fear of foreigners or immigrants.
Oh, well, that makes sense. I'm scared of them.
Basically, I was in a relationship for an hour, a year.
An hour?
I'm nervous.
That sounds fine to me.
I'm pulling.
Larry Elder, 16%. John Cox, 6%. Kevin, 6%. Another Kevin, 4%. Bruce Jenner in a dress, 4%. Another Kevin, 2%. Someone else, 8%. Undecided, 53%. So I have this video coming up for you of the blacks going shopping. Watch this. Lord, I need something new to wear. I'm going to a party tonight. We got a lot of stuff, too. I ran out of money because Joe Biden didn't send me no stimulus package this week. I'm so proud of the blacks. That's black excellence. Black excellence. Tony out of California. Tony, happy White History Month.
Good morning, Jesse. How are you today?
All is well. Happy White History Month.
Yes, sir. All right. Yeah, I would like to speak on
Happy
the
White History Month.
Yeah, I called to speak on White History Month to you.
But you didn't say Happy White History back.
Happy History Month to you, sir.
No, White History.
Okay, European history to you, sir.
No, White History.
There's no such thing as a white person. They don't exist. It's a European person.
Hake is not a European.
Well, that's what he thinks.
No, he's a white American.
He's not white.
He's white to me. He look white.
Okay, yeah. The reason I called, sir, is to deal with the history of the European culture of the organizations here in America. The thing is...
You know what?
In America.
I don't understand what you're saying.
America.
Hold on a minute. Maybe your phone messing up because I clearly don't know what you're saying. Nick, see what's wrong with his phone. Let me go to Julio out of Houston, Texas. And by the way, my biblical question for this week, what do racism and white supremacy look like? What do racism and white supremacy look like? I keep hearing about it, but I can't see it. And no one can tell me what it look like, so I'm thinking nobody else sees it. I want to go back to Siraj, a first-time call out of Minnesota. He said that there are Israelis who are trying to pretend that they're black. He ain't like that. Anyone know how I feel about it, but I don't care. I never heard that, but I don't care. Siraj, are you a beta male?
I guess so, but
you should become a Christian. Why don't you leave that religion to become a Christian?
No, because I believe in Islam. I believe that
Siraj, you better get out of that religion while you can.
Well, no, I still
because you're going to end up dead, and they're going to carry you around in the streets of Minnesota. Your mother's married to her cousin?
Well, I mean distant though, not blood related.
What do you mean by that?
Well, so my grandfather, he's a Mashni, and he married an Abu Qadir, and that's how the families became conjoined. And my mom is a Mashni, and my father's an Abu Qadir.
Your mother is a matchmaker, and your dad is a ugly Qadir?
No. Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, before you have to go, are you still looking for interns?
Yes.
And where's your location at exactly?
We're in Los Angeles.
All right. If I'm ever in the area, I'll try to come in for an interview.
Okay. Just don't wear a bomb on your waist.
Oh.
At 2 p.m. Pacific, we'll be streaming a little bit of gaming for the gamers out there.
Ooh.
Get on the gamer world, try and infiltrate the gamer world. You know what I mean?
It's on.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Fontaine, you going down.
That's right.
Destiny Child, you going down.
Big time. Destiny.
There was this guy by the name of just a phonier than a Bruce Jenner in a dress. This Adam Schiff. Adam Schiff is the leader of the Democrats or something, right?
I don't know his official title.
Yeah, but he's a Democrat.
He's definitely a high-ranking Democrat. He looks very weird.
Look like Satan. This guy is a Capitol Police private first class. He has a big name, big title. I told you these titles don't mean a thing. It don't mean a thing if you ain't got that swing. Shoo-bop-to-do. This guy by the name of Harry Dung delivered his emotional testimony on the racism he experienced that day. Why he gonna be? They hurt me. They call me a name, and I'm the police chief. If you cry over name calling and you a male, you might as well borrow one of Bruce Jenner's dresses and wear them. Have lunch with Bruce in a dress. Ronnie from Cincinnati, Ohio. Ronnie, happy White History Month. You're on the air.
Hi, Jesse. How you doing today?
All is well. Happy White History Month, Ronnie.
Yes, sir. I wanted to call and answer the biblical question.
Right. Happy White History Month.
We went through this last time. I'm not going to say it. Last time you hung up on me and didn't let me even get to the reason that I called.
You're not going to tell me Happy White History Month?
I'm not, because it's a fake, made-up holiday.
Just like all the rest of them.
Am I not entitled to my own opinion of it, Jesse? Even if it's an actual fact?
You are, but I thought you were my friend.
Friends don't hang up on friends, Jesse.
Oh, yes, they do, buddy. Why don't Nancy Pelosi retire? Ain't she like 880?
I went fishing on Tuesday. I was out in the ocean. And
a Mexican going fishing.
Yeah, I went with
he was fishing for cocaine.
Nah, fishes. That's it.
Savage.
So I was like,
Savage. 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 Savage.
The Skim reports, according to Every Town for Gun Safety, more than 100 Americans die at the hands of guns. At the hands of guns? Excuse me. Guns don't have hands.
How did you find the show, Kevin?
It was Get a Job Savage Moments. Man, that is some of the funniest shit I've ever heard in my entire life.
It's amazing. I know. I like those videos.